Hello, my name is Eric Reid and I'm a technical instructor here at Centriq Training for our application developer track. Today we're talking about the HTML CSS class, which is the second class in this track. It follows C# fundamentals, where you learn the basics of a programming language, and you're creating simple applications in a console which looks a little like this guy right here, a black and white window. Well, in this class, HTML CSS, you'll be learning to design web pages that might look, say, something like this. A lot more attractive, easy to use, make your way around, and so forth. And that's going to be important because these web pages that you create will be the window to your actual program that you're creating for your users. And you want to make it very easy and attractive to use. So that's the idea. Without further ado, let's look at some of the things that we'll be doing in this HTML and CSS class.
Okay, so in our HTML and CSS class, we're going to actually be learning quite a few things, including requirements for publishing a website. There are at least 3 things that you need to have in order to publish a website. You need to have a unique domain name. You have to have a web server that is going to host up the content for your website. And by that we mean the web pages and any supplementary files like images and JavaScript, CSS, etc. We have to look kind of at how the browsers and code work together, and so we do that in the class. We look at some of the similarities and differences between various browsers. You'll learn to test your code in different browsers such as Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Google Chrome, maybe Opera, maybe some of the mobile browsers that are on your mobile phone devices. We also have 3 key languages for web design that we talk about for front-end web design. We have HTML, which is the fundamental language that we're going to need, but then also you'll use some CSS to change the formatting of what your HTML looks like, and possibly JavaScript to extend the functionality of the browser. So one of the skills we learn also is that you can view any web page's HTML and CSS. You can actually go in there and look at the code behind what's showing up in the browser screen. So you can view that and then you can learn from it. So the last thing, most importantly, is you're going to be creating your own professional website by the end of class. It'll have your domain and it'll have your professional information. Let's take a quick look. I've got pulled up over here in a browser a list of student sites. You can go out to centriq.netfreehost.com and see a whole list of different students and graduates, their websites that they've put out as examples of what you'll be seeing. If I go over to Steve Hansen's website, one of our example graduates here, I can see this is his home page, and it's got a lot of background information about himself, and he's personalized it with his own hobby of biking here. But I go over to his contact page and we can get a hold of him by typing something into this form and hitting contact me. I can go over to his resources and learn about how he has developed in his career, some of the links that have helped him. I can look at his projects or his portfolio page. Towards the bottom he has things that we did as part of our track, this Magic 8 Ball, Job Tracker, Schedule Administration, Trikes and Bikes, or Widgets and Gadgets as we call it in the track. He also has some things that he's done since he graduated for various clients. Over here though, he has his resume, which will again help employers find him and help him find the kind of work that he wants to do. So just a quick example of some of the things that you can do in HTML. As for actually viewing the source and seeing some of the code behind it, you just right click in here and go to View Source, scroll down, and here we've got things like the body of things that are going to show up on the page. We have the title. Notice that SJ Hansen Net, that's right up there in the title of our browser. And then he also has things like his style sheet, where it's listed and what file it is. I've got that open over here in another browser. In some browsers you can actually just type out that file path and get the code to come up. So here's the information for his body tag and information about his copy section and so forth. So just again a little bit of a hint of some of the things to come in your HTML and CSS class. Thanks for watching.